So, one thing we have to understand when it comes to love, unfortunately, our English language doesn't really do justice to the word love. In a lot of different languages, there's more than one word for love to describe different types of love. But of course, in English, we only have one. So, the problem with that is that it's hard for us to understand to honestly have an understanding of love because anything that vaguely kind of fits in that category, we put in that category. But looking at an ancient language like Greece, there's at least four, I believe there's actually more, but there's at least four ways to describe love. There's philia, eros, something I believe called storge, and agape. While they all translate to the theme of love, they all have different connotations associated with them. When looking at the term agape, we are talking about a love expressed by a person for God and from God, which puts love in a completely different category. In general, God's love is so different because it is unconditional, and quite honestly, none of us are honestly used to that. The metaphor for a mother being a good example or the best example of unconditional love is the best that we can do. But we also know that there are people who unfortunately have been disowned by their mothers, abused by their mothers, misused by their mothers, all those sorts of things. But God's love comes with no conditions. Just the way that you are, just the fact that you're His, just the fact that He's created you, He's in love with you and He will never stop loving you, even when you mess up. And because His love is on such a different level, it's very easy to misunderstand and think that He just simply doesn't love you or doesn't care. An example of how the Lord's love has been shown in my life, I have plenty of examples, the more like sweet kind, but then also and more frequently the not so fun kind. From what He's shown me about His love, one thing that is like the most profound lesson that I've gotten is, especially when it comes to like mental health stuff, when I've asked, like, just deliver me from this or whatever the case is, He'll have me walk through that fire. But He'll have me walk through it with Him in a way that that fire will never destroy me again, never burn me again. Like, if He just swooped in and saved me, saved us, we're good for that time. But the enemy can use that again, and the enemy will use that again. But if He frees you from it, you're set, right?